ones I was putting on. So this is your sterling silver legacy Sycamore hoop. 1-inch hoops, by the way. $62.99. That is your clearance sale price. That's a good clearance sale price. J441623 is your item number. Your easy pay to get these home, $15.75.
That's
I
awesome.
know, isn't that
That's
great? You're
awesome.
saving over $62 off of that QVC price. These are great, Scott.
So as we shared, we have the Ripple collection with Mother Teresa, and this is our legacy Sycamore, which is coming from our floral collection. Those of you who I've met before
I know about the sycamore tree in your yard.
Okay. So I'm very, very lucky. I live on a 10.5 acre farm here in Pennsylvania. And it's...
I've never gotten an invite, by the way. I'm just saying that so the people know.
What do you do on Friday?
Okay. That was easy.
You bring the cookies, I'll bring the drink.
No problem.
So I say that what Manifa is speaking to
I want to see the tree.
Oh,
that's what it's about.
So the house that we live in was built in 1804. So just to give you an idea of the history of there. The tree, because we have a photo from the early 1900s of the home, and the tree is already towering over the house. So we had a team come over who went and looked and did testing. They guesstimate that it's over 400 years old. So just from that point of view,
incredible.
And those of you know, I share all the time, growing up, all I ever wanted to be was a farmer. So I love the fact that now I have this gorgeous farm. I wanted to bring to life not only that sycamore tree, and what you're gonna see, it's not a literal translation. So when you look, you're gonna say, Scott, are you blind? Those aren't sycamore leaves.
Right.
I wanted to bring what plants, flowers, trees, nature means to all of us. I wanted to bring that story to life in a very artisanal way.
Yeah.
So through those 8 steps, this hoop at 1 inch, please again, don't let the silly price make you think that this is not gonna be everything you love. 8 steps individually carved in wax first. That is giving you all the beautiful highs and lows where you're gonna see these leaves as they're opening up. You're gonna see, again, I'm gonna do a slight angle so you can see the depth of it, my friends. The beauty of those leaves. So see, picture a master artisan starting with a cube of wax and then just the slightest bit of pressure to carve that wax out, because what they're gonna then do is then fill that wax mold with liquefied sterling silver, so it's a negative effect.
Wow.
What you end up with is the highs and lows. So you have the leaves opening up and then the beadwork. Again, going back to our sycamore tree, the sycamore tree is known as a connecting tree to the heavens. Even back to the Roman times, they wouldn't come back with olive branches or olive seeds, they came back with sycamore seeds because sycamore was not only great for building, but it also produced this fruit. If those of you who are local and love U.S. history, George Washington and his troops sought refuge under a American sycamore in Brandywine, which is right down the street from us.
Sure is.
So there's just so much history. They said throughout the ages that when someone passed, you would be buried in a sycamore coffin, but on top you would plant a sycamore tree, and that became the connection to the heavens. So every time you were around, there was that conversation. I wanted to create all that story and all that love in an artisanal way with beautiful hand-applied oxidation, gorgeous carving in a perfect inch. As I shared, 1.5 inches is normally the most popular, but because this is a little wider, I wanted to make sure it wasn't heavy on your lobe, so the inch length became that perfect story. This, with that oxidation, has a little bit more depth, has all the detail. It just brings that super story to life. And then I'll stop with this.
Okay.
So growing up with the 5 kids, we spent half of our life on our farm in Tennessee. And now I remember planting the seeds, which we still do now on my farm here, and would go out there every morning with my mom and dad. And again, some seeds can take 2 to 3 weeks.
Yes.
Well, you know, as a kid, your attention span is a gnat.
Can't wait that long.
Yes. So I remember going out there, and one of the stories that my mom used to always say, Scott, these seeds are like you kids. And she's like, I don't know how you're gonna end up. She goes, but I will continue to water you, to feed you, to love you, and have faith in you. She goes, because the hope is that you will become who you're meant to be.
Yeah.
So for us on our farm, plants, flowers are all a symbol of hope. A symbol of faith, a symbol of new beginnings of what could be. And that is why I wanted to create these legacy hoops.
And I noticed on your Facebook page, because you know I do follow you, that you post lots of pictures of planting the seeds and the
Yes.
seeds starting to sprout. I watched your journey and it's so sweet. So I do love that. And then look what you're getting. Beautiful, beautiful earrings, and hoops are my favorite no matter which size they are. And the fact that you can get these gorgeous silver ones for $62.99, incredible. Again, no reorder. Once these are gone, they are not coming back. $15.75, that is your easy pay. J441623. Now this bracelet, I could not help but throw it on. It's so pretty.